banter is over with, as Tom Ulrich would say, right? Mandatory banter.
Right.
Um, yeah, let me pull it up real quick. Um,
Ooh, work.
let's see. But yeah, that vote was either supposed to take place either today or tomorrow, Ian.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what the General Assembly's schedule looked like. Did you get word from your employer of any vote?
I haven't heard from
Okay.
Samina yet on what the vote outcome was. We completed all of our actions necessary to
Right.
go forward with the vote.
Yep.
Side note, very happy to see my alma mater, UC Santa Cruz, listed as a member already.
Oh, okay.
So,
Right on. Right on.
go banana slugs.
Right on. Let's see. Is this it? No, this is not it. What the hell is it? Oh, you know what? It's not. You
What are you looking
let's
for?
see. I'm looking for the why can't I ever find stuff in Google Drive, I swear.
Yeah, me too. I know it's like search, don't sort, but Jesus, some folders would be nice. I can't, it's not a nice hierarchy.
No, no, no.
Everything's like a shared drive or something. Are you looking for the letter or for
Okay.
the,
Yeah, I found it. Okay. Go ahead and share my screen now. So yeah, I'd love to be able to wrap this up today. Um, that way we can move on to um, going back to the guides. Okay. Um,
I rewrote a good bit of the challenges page. After our meeting last week, we discussed a strategy for the three major challenges.
yep.
So I rewrote them to each have a problem and a solution.
Oh, nice. Very nice, Jeff. Okay. All right.
And I think these are the three major program problems we focused on. And then I said, by the way, there's also this other huge list of benefits that you'll get, but they're not really like they're more minor issues. These are the big fundamental problems.
Right. We expect very high number of attestation. Yeah.
Oh, and then another big change that I made was I just added a big section at the end about CycloneDX attestations.
Okay.
I don't know if you want, we can go, do you want to read through these three major challenges or do you want to just understand the big level changes?
No, I'm reading through all of them because I want to what I want to do this week is then to put this in a mostly read-only state and then get Andrew's signature on it
Yeah.
because that might take a week just to be able to do that.
That was one of the questions I asked was, is Andrew the right guy? I mean,
I think so because he is the I mean, in terms of OWASP leadership, I mean, he's the senior staff person.
yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I think it should be you.
Okay. I mean, I can certainly do it. I don't have the executive director title.
I know, but you've got the title of the program lead for CycloneDX, which is something they've
True.
probably heard of. What do they know about OWASP? Like maybe they probably don't even know about OWASP I don't
Right.
know. It's just I feel like you know, they've already made a big bet on Cyclone.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can certainly do it. Um,
And I would
what
rather
I,
communicate with you if they and Andrew on this stuff.
yeah, what I don't know is, and I don't think I can. So like this is the OWASP response, right? I don't think I can sign on behalf of OWASP. That's not something that I can do. Now I can if Andrew and I both sign it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
something that we can do.
I think that would, yeah, I think that lends some credence.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're seeing current use of. Did we spell out what CDXA is up above?
Yeah, it's you can see it right there.
Okay. CDX
Um,
attestations.
couple places I put it, but
All right. Okay.
Ian, that's our new acronym, by the way. CDX attestations.
I like it.
We are Gartner ready now.
We got the acronym.
Isn't that how you build a market?
Yeah, I think so. Except you also, let's say, Gartner, you have to be commercial. Oh, yeah. This is really good, Jeff. Thank you.
Sure. Got to put that law degree to work somehow.
Oh, yeah. You still practice law or no?
No,
I
I
didn't
never,
think so.
I never really practiced. I worked for a law firm for a few months as a associate, but no, wasn't for me.
Okay. Expensive law degree.
Yeah, in dollars and in time.
Right, exactly.
My wife's the same way. She got her law degree and then now she sells swag. So she sells like all the swag that Facebook and Google and other people.
Cool.
Good thinking. Yep, exactly.
Yeah. She has a lot more fun now than she did before.
Right.
Honestly, it was worth it, and I'd do it again, but it's not for everybody. It's a hard road.
Well, you probably learned a ton that actually probably helped you later on with startups and all kinds of other stuff, I would imagine.
It gave
Even
me a
the
lot
OWASP
of confidence.
Foundation, right?
It gave me a lot of confidence that I could read a contract and, you know, just stuff that comes up. I just, yeah.
Right.
But
Exactly.
I don't know if it's the most efficient way of doing that.
Right. You just hire a lawyer. Okay. No, this is good.
And then I added this big section about, you know, about, and you may want to read through this. I chopped this out of the docs that we're creating in GitHub and just threw it in here. Because I was like, you know what, that's what this thing is missing. Like they may not know anything about CDXA. They
Right.
probably don't. And we can't point them to the guide yet because it's not done.
Right. Exactly.
So I was like, we better tell them what it is we're recommending. Like they got no idea. Like,
Yeah, we might. Well, actually, yeah, we can mention ECMA at this point.
Then we should.
Well, I guess we should probably wait till the vote. Let me check my Slack real quick. No, I don't see anything. No updates yet. Okay.
I thought this would be a good place, and I'll leave this up to you, but I know you've got some stats on how widely Cyclone is used, and just, this is like sales. Just let
Yeah.
them know that it's a standard that's in wide use, that's, got
Yeah.
people behind it. And
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, you did a lot of work on this document, Jeff.
well, like I said, this is cut and paste from the other thing that I put some work into a couple
Right.
weeks ago, so. It's not, for some reason, I like, if I get an action item in this call, I want to just knock it out and not have anything on my plate. So
Yep. Yep.
I just typed in, I think I had some other stuff that I had to do. And so this was a good reason to procrastinate that.
Got it. I'm all for procrastination. I invented that shit.
I was thinking about doing it, but I got a little distracted.
Shay.
I meant to do that.
Yeah, this is good. Anything that you see in here, Ian, that you'd want to change?
No, I think it's really good. I mean,
I think it's great.
way
Yeah.
better than any of the responses I typically see. Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, seriously. It's actually a coherent thought. Okay, let's I will then I'll wait for the ECMA to kind of reach out with the official news. We can then add that here. I will add my signature stuff over here on the right or something. And then I'll go ahead and excuse me, and then I'll go ahead and seek Andrew's signature for that. And then yeah, we'll be able to submit it. So this is awesome. Thank you, Jeff.
My pleasure. It just occurred to me, when we submit this, we should also post it publicly. And we should all post a message about it that says, like, hey, we just recommended that CISA adopt machine readable attestations, but guess what? The exact same argument applies to you and your organization, and you should do this now.
Right. Okay.
It's a little early, but fuck it, who cares? Like, just because it's not really part of Cyclone yet, but
Right.
it's going to take them a year to just get their head around it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Where should we publish this? I mean, we can certainly do it on LinkedIn, for example.
That's where I post most of my stuff, but I don't know if it works very well. I don't know.
Yeah.
I tend to get, decent amount of feedback when I post something controversial, so it means somebody's looking at it. So
yeah, I mean, we can publish it on our
it-
website. We can also,
Yeah.
we can publish it on the CycloneDX website. We'll have the blog post for the attestations that Kayla and you guys wrote. And then on the CycloneDX website, we can have this not in its entirety, but just like a little paragraph or two about our response, and then just link to a PDF type of thing.
Yeah, I think if you upload the PDF to LinkedIn, it actually looks pretty nice. Like you can page through it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. And then yeah, like post on LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. That way, because like folks like well, folks like Chris Hughes and some others will probably pick it up and talk about it. I'm sure it'll get some decent amount of
We
talk
should
and
add a bunch of people,
yeah.
like everybody in the, sort of the CISA SBOM space, like we should just at them.
Yeah. Okay. I can do that. I have the power.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I actually don't post a lot on LinkedIn. The node actually does most of the posting for us. But okay, yeah, I'll let them know. Cool. Can we move on to other things then?
Yep.
Awesome. Let me pull up my IntelliJ and kind of see where we're at. I am quick update on the specification. I am currently in the process. I'm almost done, but I'll finish up this week. I'm in the process of working on the XSD. So we've got the JSON schema. Obviously, that's all done. That's the one that we've collectively worked on. But now I'm having to migrate that over to the XSD because XML. Not overly difficult, but there's a few nuances here and there. And then I still need to do the protobuf, but the XSD is almost done. And then I'm also simultaneously working on the test files, both for JSON and XML. And then, of course, once I get the protobuf one done, I'll have the protobuf examples as well. So that should all be kind of ready to go by this weekend, would be my guess. And at that point, then this part of the spec, this will actually go through the new standardization process that we have. So it's slightly different than what we've currently than what we used to do. It's just one additional step that adds a promotion to TC54, and then TC54 will then formally review that promotion request. Essentially, is what happens. Right now, meetings for TC54 are scheduled to occur every 2 weeks, starting on December 14th. The schedule for the 14th meeting is pretty much full. We're skipping the 28th meeting for obvious reasons, and then we'll reconvene. I think it's like the 11th of January or whatever that is for the next meeting.
Are those
So
meetings, is that calendar published somewhere? I just
it
wasn't aware
is.
of that.
Yeah, it's on the OWASP shared the supply chain calendar for OWASP. Yeah, look there. Right now, the meeting invite is incomplete as I'm waiting for the Zoom link from ECMA. They are the ones that are going to be supplying the Zoom for us. And as soon as I get that link, I'll need to update the calendar event with that information. But yeah, the 14th of December. And let me know if you can't find it. And I'll send you the link, Ian. But yeah, so we're really close along. We're really far along on the XSD support. I haven't started the protobuf support yet, although that shouldn't be too much effort. And then yeah, next week basically I'll initiate that promotion request to TC54.
That's exciting.
Yay!
One,
It is
one,
exciting, actually.
I just remembered one action item from the CISA thing was to create a version of NIST. Oh, sorry. Well, it's the SSDF, but the shrunk down version under 1822. Whatever, that
Oh,
like actually
yeah,
it's just the CISA form.
right.
Can we?
Because this is a subset of SSDF.
It's a subset of that. So like if we could make a version in CDXA of
Right.
that forum, it would be really cool, I think, to convince them that it's real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that would actually be really good. Be probably a good use of time too.
That should be pretty straightforward. It's a lot like some of the work examples we did.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally just
Anyway,
omitting a few things, I think.
yeah,
We can take the existing SSDF and just omit whatever ones that they didn't include. I can't remember which ones those were.
there's a list in the SSDF form and in the CISA form.
Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen then. Okay, so lots and lots of to-dos. I know, let's see, a lot of work has been done on the introduction, so that's done for the most part. Standards, this still needs a lot of support. I think, Ian, you wanted to take up the SSDF stuff. I haven't, as you can see, I haven't done anything else. So that still needs to get done.
What are we thinking of
Um,
in that one that we were just looking at in the standards one? Is it just like describe the standard? I mean, what do we need to put there?
yeah, I don't necessarily know if we need to list them all out. I'm kind of on the fence about that. What we need to do though is provide some examples.
Okay, so this is like each section would say like, here's a link to the original standard, here's a link to the R version, and here's an example of one that's filled out, or like multiple examples if we start getting them.
Well,
Like,
no, we actually haven't got to the chapter about making attestations yet. So this would be like
oh, these are just the
uh,
standards. Right, right,
this
right.
is just the standards themselves. So, in reality, this up here is going to be probably the bulk of the text. And
So like,
then,
what is a standard?
right, exactly. And then we can go into some examples like SSDF, etc. Um, and and then I think we can probably pull most of the stuff out. And actually, what this could actually end up being is just a bullet list,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
right?
Although it would be nice to have a link to the original standard and to the CDXA version kind of side by side. Maybe we can make a little table. It's just got
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
links
yeah.
and
Hey,
shit that
Manoj.
we're gonna have to remember how to make a table in markup. I think you use pipes, right? Like,
You do. Pipes.
Hey, Steve.
How are you?
Good. What, so we are jumping back to the guidelines or guides.
Yeah, we just reviewed the response form,
Mhm.
and other than putting in um, some verbiage for ECMA, which will happen tomorrow, we think.
Okay.
And then adding a myself as a signatory or signature at the bottom. So we'll have both Andrew Vanderstock, who's the executive director of OWASP, and then we'll have myself as co-signatures, I guess. That's really it. I mean, the response form is essentially done. So all that work that you contributed in terms of all the text that you put in there, all that is kept, Manoj.
Yeah.
It's just in
Got
a
it.
slightly different place, but yeah,
Yep.
I
Yep.
think the document looks really good. So
Awesome. Cool.
yeah,
Glad I could help.
yeah, no, thank you for that. So yeah, we're trying to dive back into the guides here. We're just kind of talking through the standards a little bit. It's been a minute since we've probably about a month or so since we've looked at the guides, I think. In terms of just to give you all some I guess updates on what we think are going to be the release timeframes. Because again, if we want to work on the guide, again, we would like to get the guide out for this around the same time that CycloneDX 1.6 is actually released. We believe that so first of all, the releases are going to be independent of one another. OWASP, CycloneDX will release 1.6 in Q1. So it'll probably be like mid to end of March would be my guess. But it could be a little bit sooner than that. The ECMA version of CycloneDX 1.6 won't be voted on, assuming we get all the ducks in a row and timelines work themselves out, then the General Assembly will ultimately vote on that in the June or July timeframe, right? They meet twice a year. They're meeting like, this week. And then of course they meet December and they meet in either June or July. I can't remember which. But there's a bunch of things that we need to do starting at around February in order to meet that mid-year, get it in front of the ECMA General Assembly. So that's why we would like to get pretty much everything kind of wrapped up by the end of February. And then that would mean a mid-March or so Cyclone 1.6 release. So in terms of guides, just think of, end of April, mid-March as a time to kind of, shoot for. Which is better than December, which is what we were originally trying to do. Not going to happen. Okay, so if we turn these into bullets, that's fine. And then a table, like Jeff suggested, of where you can find the standard and then the CycloneDX implementation of that standard. I think that's awesome idea.
Should be pretty easy to make.
Yeah. What do we do that? We do it CDXS?
Say again?
If it's just a standard, do we do that? CDXS? As opposed to CDXA? What do we do?
Oh,
I don't know.
CDXAS?
I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so I'll
CDXA
put a to-do
standard.
there. What's that?
The CDXA standard.
There you go.
OWASP CDXA, so it's O.
Acronyms with acronyms with acronyms. I love it.
It looks kind of like Mayan or Peruvian. It's Oxdaxas.
Ah,
Pronounced
yes.
duck
Now
sauce.
now we need to make a drink out of it.
Right. It starts with OCD. That's probably not fantastic.
What starts with OCD?
The
Oh,
OWASP CDXA standard.
right.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, so that's that table. That's something we can work on offline. Is there let's see, where else are we in some of these things? Ooh, lots of good stuff here. Okay. Can everybody see this text? Do I need to make it bigger?
I can barely see it. It's fine. I did a shitload of work on this page.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Is that VX Code?
No, IntelliJ
Oh, okay.
idea.
VX Code, you can just like right click on it and go like, show me the rendered version.
Oh yeah, I can do that here too, I think. Oh, it's not working right now for whatever
That
reason.
works great.
Yeah, exactly. How about that?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can read it just fine. It's not, but all the paragraphs go off the edge of the page.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there we go. This took a while.
Wait a minute. This is not the version I updated. That's why I'm struggling here.
No, it's not.
So
No,
this is the
did
version I added.
check I think there's a pull request. If not, then I'm not happy.
What's wrong with guides? Pull request. Oh yeah, there's a revamped description of claims, evidence, and reasoning.
Yeah,
Okay. I completely missed that, Jeff.
no problem. Nobody in
all
the
right.
world cares except the people on this call.
All right. Let me go ahead and merge that in here. And I have a hate relationship with GitHub notifications.
Hmm.
I
Well, you
get
probably
way
got
too
more
many of them.
than the average bear.
I get hundreds of them every single day.
Oh my God.
It's just unmanageable. And they don't really have a solution to do anything about it. So okay, was there changes up top? I don't think there was, but no, okay.
Sorry, say that again.
No, I was just, yeah, I think all the changes are here on down.
Yeah, I don't remember. I thought they started pretty much at the top.
I will be right back. I need to answer the door real quick.
Sure.
Okay. I think overall this looks pretty good. Is there any changes people would like to make?
Do we want to include an example in the format?
Yeah.
Yes, which is what I tried to do that in an example in the previous version.
Oh, you did. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that the SBOM guide definitely has is examples sprinkled
Mhm.
throughout. Um, let's see.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm not seeing. Hmm. You had an example. I'm not seeing the example. It was there.
In the previous commit, there wasn't, or
I don't think so. I'm looking at it now. I don't
okay.
see one.
So I remember adding. Is it in the implementing section then? I remember including.
Maybe
Never mind.
nothing
Oh,
there.
let me search for it.
Signing. We got signing.
Oh yeah, signing. This is. Oh yeah. So sorry. I guess I didn't include it in the claims. But
Yeah, no worries.
uh,
Um, yeah. I mean the SBOM guide certainly has examples throughout. Um, I mean we can certainly do that in this guide. I think it would be really helpful even if the um, one of the target audiences are going to be non-technical audit types. They can just skip over that part, obviously. Um, but for the people who are more technical competent, um, then I think it would be really useful for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, yeah, let's include examples, and if somebody wants to come up with an example on this, yeah, that would be really good. And we can do the same thing for standards too. Show an example standard of how it actually looks like. Um, um, or should we? Because we already gonna have the table that kind of links out to them. Maybe it's not necessary for that. Yeah, it might not be necessary for that. I don't know. What do people think?
Uh, I think it might be, I created some examples, like text examples, but, it's probably a good idea to show them what it really looks like, at least for, you know, one claim.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you mentioned the other document, right?
Well, and I was asking specifically about standards. But yeah,
Oh.
we'll include a
Yeah,
we'll include
for the standards as well, it would be worth having a little snippet that just says, here's how you reference a standard. Just show how easy it is. You
right.
just pull it in, right?
Yeah. Now, I guess we could have smaller examples. So like in this chapter, right? We could have a small snippet of what a claim looks like. We could have a small snippet of what evidence looks like
Yeah,
and what the reasoning, and then maybe an example that kind of ties everything together.
I think that's a great idea. And we could just pull from one of the ones we already worked through, just to give them some simple examples. Might make it easier to wrap your head around.
Okay. All right. Okay, I think that'll be really useful. It'll also kind of break up the wall of text as well, which I think will be good because you'll have that code call out visually. So, and if you don't care about the code, it's really easy to skip. Okay, that's just one big to do. Oh, well, we have interesting. So we've got this thing called making attestations and then a thing called claims. Oh, and this is just about substantiating claims with evidence. Okay. So how is this different than what this chapter was going to be?
Wait, which ones are you looking at?
Well, this is this is a page called substantiating claims with evidence.
Yep.
And then we talk about claims, but we had a section before this called making attestations. And the first thing was going to be claims.
You could just pull that piece out of the substantiating claims with evidence one and just take that claim section and just move it to the other document. I didn't
You
notice
think?
that.
Okay. We'll need an introduction. Oh, wait, we have the introduction. Okay. No, we don't. Let's see. Okay, so if I do this,
You may want to look at the paragraph right above the one that you clipped out. And it talks about how claims, evidence, and reasoning fit together a little bit. We may want to move that to the previous chapter.
hmm. This sentence right here, right? Yeah.
Also, the first one, the one that just says, using attestations to plan your security strategy, I think that's like mostly about claims. Like planning the security strategy is figuring out what claims you're going to make and how you're going to make them. And, the meeting them is with like evidence and reasoning, which I guess is what this one is supposed to be about.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe we need to, if we have the introduction here, making attestations, and then, I don't know. I guess it depends what we end up putting here as text. Okay, so that's still a big to do. We need to figure that out. Documenting nonconformance. Okay, that's still a big to do. Signing looks pretty good actually. Okay, so we should all go through here and make any comments or suggestions. And this was also like one big to do. Okay. Okay. We've got about 9 minutes left. Is there any topics that people wanted to bring up today?
I'm good.
I'm gonna just go ahead and check this in, knowing that obviously it still needs work, but
That's what to-dos are for.
exactly in the interest of transparency. Let's see. Um,
How is that? How are your calendar for the next 3 weeks? Like when do we do we want to meet next week?
Oh, that's a good question. We've got the holidays coming up, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we can keep next week on the calendar if people want to, but obviously the next 2 weeks will take off.
Okay.
Are people going to be around next week? I mean, if not, we can cancel next week too, but
I can make it next week.
Yeah.
okay. And then, let's see. And then we'll cancel the 19th and the 26th. And the next scheduled one is on Tuesday, December 2nd. What's everybody's feeling about that?
Oh, January 2nd?
Yeah.
I may not be able to make it.
Everybody's going to be coming back to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Might be a
It's
little.
going to be a hectic one.
Yeah. Okay. So we might cancel then 3. So that would be 19th, 26th, and the 2nd. Then we won't have a session, and then we'll reconvene on January 9th. Does that sound okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thanks for bringing that up, Manoj. Okay. These changes have been committed. I think there's enough things that we can work on asynchronously offline. And I'll let the group know on the ECMA status tomorrow. And I'll also let the group know on the publishing of the attestation blog, as well as the status of our response and our collection of signatures between myself and Andrew. So I'll keep the group all up to date on those. With that, have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to everyone soon. Cheers.
Steve,
Well,
Ian,
thank you, Steve.
you and I.
Bye bye.